I have recently been on a nostalgia trip through the taffy-filled streets of the city. I have nothing but fond memories of my time spent playing Thief Deadly Shadows. When I was a kid, my cousin first introduced me to this game sometime in the 2010s, and boy was it a joy to play through. From the gritty, dark atmosphere filled with supernatural elements to the downright funny god dialogue, this game franchise has it all. Now I have played Thief 1 and 2. Whilst I thoroughly enjoyed both of these games, they never quite hit or connected with me as much as Thief Deadly Shadows did. Maybe because I played this game first and the others afterwards, I'm not sure. When it comes down to this franchise, this game has been my favourite. The atmosphere, the levels, everything just hits right and I love it. I'm by no means discrediting Thief 1 or 2, they are fantastic games in their own right, and this simply just is my opinion. In all honesty, I even enjoyed the 2014 reboot for all its flaws, which there are plenty of. It was still a decent game to pick up and play through on a little sale. I do have a soft spot for this franchise, just like I do with the Legacy of Kain series. Whether you're a newcomer to the series or a returning veteran, I think this will be a good way for you to play through the game and experience it for yourself. Thief Deadly Shadows, or Thief 3 since it's the third entry in the franchise, were released in 2004 for both Windows and Xbox. Unfortunately, as with most old games, the PC version was severely cucked by the limitations of the Xbox at the time. The 9 main missions were all large and sprawling levels, sometimes claustrophobic. They also contained loading zones. Now I won't get into the technical aspects of this, but just like with Todd Howard's Midfield, the gameplay and levels were frequently interrupted by what at the time were very long loading times. It kind of, just ruined the immersion. Whereas, the original Thief 1 and 2 didn't suffer from any of these issues. If you wanted to move to a different area of the mission, loading screen. If you wanted to leave the mission, loading screen. All that sort of stuff. The PC version is also ancient. I mean, it's almost 20 years old. It can legally consume alcohol in the UK. This usually means it crashes randomly or downright has bugs that softlock the game because it simply isn't optimized for modern hardware and operating systems. And more often than not, this also means that if you try and bang this game out on modern hardware, you'll be requesting a Steam refund within 30 minutes. As the game tutorial can softlock and you won't be able to pick a lock in order to progress. Now I believe this also happened to my cousin as well when he tried playing this game on modern hardware. Good thing there is a mod pack that literally fixes 90% of these issues, removes the loading screens and missions, adds full motion video briefings and a bunch of other incredible stuff. So let's get to it. Sneaky Upgrade is a mod pack. Is a patch. No, it's just a whole package of fixes, mods and tweaks under the guise of an installer. I could go over all of the fixes and read them all out, but instead I'll just display them on the screen so you can see what this bad boy does for itself. In essence, this mod pack brings the game up to a modern standard, all resolutions are more or less supported, various bugs are squashed, the game runs and plays how it should with the addition of full motion videos, as a callback to the original Thief 1 and 2 respectively. It also comes with a handy little tweaker so you can adjust a lot of options yourself. Is there a mod you don't like? Maybe you don't like the HD textures, some of the immersion stuff, or some of the stuff that makes the game harder. You can just fucking disable it. Like, who cares? Like, you paid for the game, you play the game however you want to play it. That's what I usually tell people on Tekken, that's all on my profile. How do you go about installing this then? Well, just download the Sneaky Upgrade, ensure you run the game at least once before installation, then you unpack the installer and let it deploy to your Thief 3 installation folder. Give it 5 to 10 minutes and you're done. Just launch the tweaker if you want to adjust anything. It's as simple as that. Here are a few small side notes just regarding this mod, because I have played with it for a couple of hours now, so here's a few things I've ran into that may help you out as well. I've had one crash in around 5 to 6 hours of play. It just happened randomly as I was cracking skulls with the blackjack, so your mileage may vary. I also had to disable improved fonts because it made the text on the keybind screen just completely blank. Yeah, it was blank. I had to disable that mod, and then you can just safely re-enable it once you rebind your controls or whatever. And then from aside from that, you can tweak whatever you want, and like I said, your mileage may vary. So any graphical settings, resolution, additional mods and things like that, you can just adjust to your liking. I've also noticed that a few things this mod adds that I didn't see listed in the changes. So whilst playing this modded version, it also upscales some textures. I think there is a separate category for like a HD texture pack in there, and it adds some great additional like ambiances that improve upon what's already existing in the game. So like when you're walking around, the music and sounds may dynamically change when you enter a new area. I don't remember if that was in the base game or not, because I played it in 2015. That was the last time I played this on Steam, in 2015. But honestly, it enhances what's already existing in the game, and it's simply pure fucking bliss to play this modded version of the game. Like, especially if you're new to the series, or you're like, a returning veteran, like this mod pack, it fixes so many issues. You can just safely go in, play, and not worry about anything. And there's something you don't like, you can tweak it. That's, I think, the modular beauty of modding. There's something you don't like, you can more often than not just remove it entirely or tweak it to your preference. That's kind of one of the reasons I liked Skyrim modding as well, but I digress. So just to conclude here, I'm just going to go off script. Normally when I conclude my videos, I write a script for everything I say, just so I remember what I'm faffing on about. But just to conclude here, I think, yeah, this is the definitive way or version of this game, or just playing it this way is like the definitive way of doing it, because the vanilla version is pretty buggy, prone to crashing. This fixes like 90% of it, same as Thief 1 and 2, the gold upgrades for it, or at least the like you had TF fix for 1 and I think TF fix for 2, or Thief 2 gold, which was like like an upgrade, like a mod pack that fixed a bunch of shit. So it's very similar to that. With that being said, yeah, haven't had many crashes at all, just one, and it was very random, completely arbitrary. Now you got to give it the benefit of the doubt, this is an old game, so it's not going to run perfectly at all times, but no performance issues, running at 2K, game's running pretty well, so I can't really complain. Other than that, yeah, I mean, this is my favorite Thief game. Like I've recently played 1 and 2, and I've really enjoyed both of them, but they just never quite hit or click with me to the same level as Thief 3 did. Like, I don't know, whenever I play Thief 3 or Deadly Shadows for this case, I just feel like I'm a kid again. I'm taken back to the the good old days where like I'm just in this dark world, just a little guy with a fucking blackjack, just trying to sneak by and steal some stuff, and there's these like monsters, cultists, and this crazy like fucking almost like steam punky aesthetic with these like supernatural beings and whatever in the background going on. So yeah, it's really, it just, I don't know, it hits different I should say. But yeah, once again, thanks everybody for watching the video, and if you've liked this, just give me a like and subscribe. I'll have more videos and content in the future. Thanks. Peace.